What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we go over some reactions from some top recruits and targets who took official visits to Michigan over the weekend as Michigan impressed some top targets, including the top 100 receiver Zion Robinson, top 100 cornerback Devon Benjamin, a flip target wide receiver who's currently committed to Georgia, and many others, plus an update on a top offensive lineman. We also go over Michigan's first satellite camp at Wayne State, and also what wide receivers coach Ron Bellamy had to say on quarterback Bryce Underwood, wide receivers Donovan McCulley and Samaj Morgan, and much more. It's all going to be in this video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so to start this video, I did want to go over Michigan's first official visit weekend as the Wolverines hosted many top targets, flip targets, and there were also some surprise visitors as well. And the first one of those that we'll talk about is the 2026 four-star top 100 defensive back Devon Benjamin, one of the top cornerbacks in the class, and is on threes, the #1 cornerback in the nation. And Oregon has been trending for a while with Devon Benjamin. Michigan, was going after him, but with this surprise official visit, Michigan very well in play. And Benjamin even did tell On3's Hayes Fawcett that Michigan stood out with how serious they are about player development. They're all about building you up on and off the field, and you can tell they've got a plan to help you succeed long term. So that's what he had to say on his official visit to Michigan. Now, Michigan defensive backs coach Lamar Morgan recruited Benjamin really hard early this year, convinced him to take a spring trip, and also get him to take an official visit to Michigan this past weekend, which was huge. And then another surprise official visitor was the current Georgia commit in the 2026 class, and 2026 four-star wide receiver Brady Marchese, a 6'1" wide receiver. Michigan offered him in January as he, really established himself as one of the fastest rising pass catchers in the class. And the current Georgia commit comes from the state of Georgia. He did say that his official visit was awesome to Michigan, and that Michigan definitely intrigues him. He does still have trips to Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, and potentially others as well. So obviously still gonna be tough to flip him as the current Georgia commit comes from the state of Georgia, but Michigan definitely did make a strong impression on him this week during his official visit, and that is potentially another wide receiver target and another flip target for the Wolverines in the 2026 class. And then I also wanted to talk about the 2026 four-star top 100 wide receiver Zion Robinson from the state of Texas, as he also took an official visit to Michigan this past weekend. And according to Bryce Marich of the Michigan Insider, his visit went great, and also is someone who is looking to major in business, so Michigan definitely made sure to get him by the Ross School of Business and interact with professors, and also walked away excited about the Michigan offense and the potential to play early, as right now Zion Robinson a key top wide receiver target right now in the 2026 class. An offensive lineman in the 2026 class, the three-star interior offensive lineman from the state of Idaho, Jax Tanner, as according to Ethan McDowell of On3 and the Wolverine, Tanner said that it was awesome, speaking on the Michigan visit, and also his father, Mike Tanner, said that this weekend at Michigan was amazing. The coaches, staff, players, and facilities were incredible. Had a great time getting to know the coaches better, as well as a few of the other parents of the recruits. Then another top target who took an official visit this weekend was the 2026 four-star defensive lineman Damari Simon from the state of New Jersey, as a top four consisting of Michigan, Penn State, Texas, and Ohio State. Will be taking official visits to all four of those schools, including Michigan being the first one this past weekend. And according to Bryce Marich of the Michigan Insider, Michigan certainly impressed him and his family on the trip very much, as they definitely made a big impression on his parents from an academic standpoint, and also his relationship with defensive line coach Lou Esposito is very strong, and obviously the development portion definitely stands out to them as well. So Michigan has put themselves in a position here to land one of the top defensive linemen in the 2026 class out of Damari Simon. Another top target and flip target that visited this weekend on his official visit was the 2026 4-star linebacker Shadarius Tootle, currently committed to Auburn. Both Michigan and Georgia have been pushing for his flip commitment though, so getting him on campus for an official visit was definitely big. It was the first of many important official visits here for the Wolverines, as they obviously have another one coming up this weekend. Let me know what you guys think about that. Now real quick here, I did also want to give an update on the 2026 4-star top 100 interior offensive lineman Leo Delaney, as he has received 2 crystal ball predictions going in Clemson's favor, including from Bryce Marich of the Michigan Insider, and also a Clemson Insider as well, as he took an official visit to Clemson over the weekend, and it sounds like Clemson absolutely knocked it out of the park. And the question is if he will still take his remaining official visits, or if he will commit before making those after his trip to Clemson. So just wanted to give an update right there. Leo Delaney does come from Providence Day School in the state of North Carolina. And then I also wanted to talk about Michigan also set to take part in a few satellite camps, including their first one, which is being presented by local training in 7v7 program Sound Mind, Sound Body at Wayne State, as many Michigan assistant coaches made the trip yesterday to that satellite camp, and many top targets and recruits that Michigan is going after in 2027 class include Dakota Garant, Chad Willis, both top in-state targets, including Anthony Cartwright, as he has established himself as one of the best tight end prospects in the country in the 2027 class. Also, IMG Academy offensive lineman Cody Strayhorn, who is the younger brother of current Michigan offensive lineman Caden Strayhorn, and also the 2028 Cass Tech quarterback Donald Tabron, as he is considered one of the top overall recruits in the 2028 recruiting class, and also many others. So that was an important satellite camp right there. And Michigan wide receivers coach Ron Bellamy was there. He also met with reporters there and talked about a couple topics, including on freshman quarterback Bryce Underwood, and he has seen a lot of in-state recruits thrive at Michigan. He also believes that Bryce Underwood will be the next. As he said, you take more pride in it, and local guys see that, and a guy of his caliber, you want to follow him. He has a huge following here in this state, and I'm sure it's going to help on the recruiting trail for us. But I just said, the way Bryce attacks football, he's the first one, last one in the building. He's a sponge, always wanting to learn, hanging around the receivers, and a great leader, a phenomenal leader. And I said, I think he's on the right track, definitely on the right track here. He also spoke on Indiana transfer wide receiver Donovan McCulley, as he said he has impressed in the early going, and he also said that he's unbelievable person and has been a leader, been helping the young guys, and also was asked if he would wear the number 1 jersey. He said he's not sure, but obviously we did see a picture of him wearing the number 1 jersey that may have hinted towards him potentially wearing that number 1 jersey next season for Michigan, as he looks to break out in a big way for the Wolverines next season as their top receiver. He also spoke on Samaj Morgan. He said that Michigan wide receiver had a great spring and is looking to expand his game. And Samaj Morgan also did say recently that he wants to do more. He wants to do more than just jet sweeps and bubble screens and all that. And obviously, he should get his chance, especially all these receivers in this wide receiver room with the new revamped quarterback room, new offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey. These wide receivers should get their chance this season to put their talents on display, and it's not like there isn't talent in that room. They just need to put it all together, and that's what we'll really look for this upcoming season with this Michigan offense. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.